February 24th, 1991, high noon in the desert, but the sky was black. Oil wells burned so fiercely that the sun disappeared behind a curtain of smoke. Inside those trenches, hundreds of Iraqi soldiers waited for a battle. What they got instead was something far worse. By the end of this video, you'll understand how one brutal decision ended a battle in minutes and sparked one of the most controversial debates in modern warfare. 2 months earlier, Saddam Hussein had built what he called an impenetrable wall. The Saddam Line stretched for miles across the Kuwaiti border. It wasn't just trenches, it was a fortress system inspired by Soviet doctrine. Deep ditches, minefields, oil-filled fire trenches, barbed wire, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Many of them were veterans of the Iran-Iraq War. They believed that if you dug deep enough, you could survive anything. American commanders weren't so sure. They remembered World War I. They remembered the slaughter of trench warfare. If infantry attacked those positions head-on, casualties would be catastrophic. The war needed to end quickly, and someone proposed a solution that would change everything. Major General Thomas Ray of the U.S. 1st Infantry Division faced a nightmare scenario. Sending young soldiers into those trenches meant grenades, close combat, and massive losses. So the strategy shifted. What if the trenches weren't treated as fortifications, but as terrain? Instead of clearing them, they would erase them. The weapon chosen for this mission was the M1A1 Abrams tank, already a 70-ton Predator, powered by a 1,500 horsepower gas turbine engine. But this time it carried something extra, a massive mine plow, a 4-ton steel blade designed to push explosives aside. Engineers realized that in loose desert sand, this blade could do more than clear mines. It could move the earth itself. Behind the tanks followed armored bulldozers. Their mission was simple: flatten everything. The battlefield would become a construction site, and the trenches would become graves. At noon on February 24th, the bombardment stopped. An eerie silence filled the smoke-covered desert. Then the ground began to shake. Inside the lead Abrams, a young American driver watched through thermal imaging. He could see heat signatures, Iraqi soldiers. Only meters away. He accelerated. The turbine screamed. Hydraulics lowered the steel blade into the sand. The tank lunged forward. Bullets sparked harmlessly off its armored shell. RPGs fired. Too slow, too weak. Then impact. The steel plow hit the sand berm. The earth rose like a tidal wave. Sand poured into the trenches. Soldiers fired wildly. Some tried to climb out, but armored vehicles flanked the rear, pushing more dirt inward. Within minutes, entire sections of the defensive line vanished. 3 minutes. Hundreds of defenders erased. Not by bullets, not by bombs, by earth. Panic spread faster than the tanks. Iraqi soldiers in rear lines saw what was happening. They dropped their weapons. They ran toward the American armor, waving white cloth. Better to surrender than be buried alive. In just hours, the impenetrable Saddam Line was gone. The 1st Infantry Division reported 0 American deaths during the breach. But the number of Iraqi soldiers buried that day, no one knows. Some estimates say hundreds, maybe thousands. The desert kept its secret. When news reached the United States, outrage followed. Critics called it inhumane, a war crime. Supporters argued it saved lives. Had infantry attacked traditionally, thousands on both sides might have died in days of brutal trench combat. Instead, overwhelming force shattered the enemy's will in hours. This wasn't war as glory. It was war as cold efficiency. The M1 Abrams didn't just destroy defenses, it turned them inward. Even today, the wind moves across that desert. The sand looks untouched, but beneath the surface lies a silent reminder of the day the earth itself became a weapon. War is not about heroism. It is about decisions. and sometimes the fastest victory leaves the deepest questions. If this story made you think, there's another powerful episode about modern warfare and psychological tactics waiting for you, because history isn't just about what happened, it's about what it reveals about us.